Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have you here with me this evening. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to set any requests for your personal healing or well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. At the end of our crystal grid building, we will transition into a lovely Reiki session where I will send healing to you wherever you are and whenever you happen to be enjoying this stream. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to learn more or schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, and right now there is a 20% off coupon code for all crystals and all distance gift certificates. That code is Shop Small 2023. That's all one word, Shop Small 2023. You can go ahead and use that on my website through the 26th of December 2023. I'm so happy again to have you all here with me. Thank you all for your kindness to me and also to each other. I mean, this community has just been incredible. So let's go ahead, let's dive in. I'm still settling in. I did switch around my recording studio, so still in the middle of unpacking, decorating, doing all that good stuff, but definitely more steps have been taken that need to be taken in the future. So I'm grateful to be kind of over the midpoint. So let's go ahead and let's build that crystal grid. Awesome. So let's see. There we go. And again, I just moved my desk, so everything's just a little wonky. There we go. Wonderful. So as usual, we have our small mirror here. This helps to reflect and deflect any not so great energy that we just don't need. And the copper helps to break up any stuck energy, get the optimal flow going. And we have a Gertie already. Do you want to come up and say hi? Come on up, little fur butt. Come on, let's go. Come here. Yeah, let's say our highs. Yeah, let's say our hellos. You want to say hello? They're so confused with the room being switched around. Oh, she ran off to chase her sister. Later on, we will have some more Gertie. Gertie and Hattie. What you doing, Hattie? You want to come up? Let's see who all is here. Natalie, long time no see. I was just thinking about you the other day. I hope you're doing well. Kath, Lila Ray, Grace, Prudence, Jane, it's been a minute. I hope you're doing great. Amelia, wonderful welcome in. Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. Goddess of Four, wonderful to see you too. Janet, welcome in. So good to have you. Chris, still not still. JS, wow, it's like homecoming in here today. I love it. And yeah, do you want to come up? Yeah, they're still like, what? Things have moved. We did not give approval for this. What has transpired? Are you confused? Are you confused? Yes, they're confused. Well, they will have fun anyway. So let's go ahead. Let's start putting in some crystals for you all. If you're new here, you can set the request around your personal well-being. Or you can, and then let me choose which crystals might help. Or if you have a particular crystal in mind, let me know, and I'll if I have those crystals, I will grab them for you. But either way is fine with me. So let's see what we got here. Okay. So JS, intentions for help with prioritizing, no rumination, finding an apartment that's right for you. Let's definitely do that. So let's do finding an apartment that's right for you. I keep feeling like Herkimer, but I'm also going to bring in tourmaline with quartz, prioritizing, and no rumination. Let's see, making decisions and prioritizing. Okay. We got it. So let's start with some beautiful Herkimer diamond, which is a type of clear quartz that comes from the Herkimer, New York region. Herkimer helps with manifesting. It's wonderful for things like connecting to spirit, receiving intuition, and also helping our manifestation. It helps us to connect to spirit and send that message of what we seek in our next steps, and also to hear that guidance responded to. Helpful too for balancing things like metabolism, really helpful for harmonizing discordant energy, and also for being in the present moment. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Because this is so helpful too with intuition, this could be a wonderful stone for like when you walk in, kind of feeling like if it's the place for you. Okay, let's see. So that's Herkimer. Next, I'm going to bring in tourmalinated quartz. This helps with a number of things. So black tourmaline helps to repel and dispel negative energy, and in this case it is going through quartz, green quartz in this case, but that quartz can be any color. Tourmalinated quartz helps to, because black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy, when it's going through quartz it helps to break up really old, stuck energy. So that's releasing old nervous energy, old stuck energy, and even like emotional pain, even things that were a way long time ago. Helpful too for healing any kind of emotional scar tissue as well. Great for finding new jobs, new gigs, new revenue streams of all kinds. For protection while you travel, and for just general fortune and luck, as well as healing trauma. So this, because it can call in a lot of revenue streams and things like that, it's helpful, but it's also helpful with breaking down anything that's in between you and kind of what you're looking for. If there's any kind of old patterns or outmoded belief structures that are in your way, that'll help kind of break it up and root it out. For prioritizing, especially for prioritizing things with you and your purpose in mind, yellow calcite. So this one helps with a lot of optimism, but it is the stone of helping to really in a way boost the solar plexus chakra, which is your center of personal identity, free will, your center of self. This is where you can stand up and say, this is what I want, this is what I will accept, this is what I will not accept, this is boundaries, this is releasing any feelings that you need approval of others, and it also helps with very much what you asked for, setting priorities, especially based on your desires and what you feel is important. Not so much like societal pressure or other people, but what you know to be most important for you. Also really just helpful with things like boundaries and anything having to do with your sense of self. So let's go ahead and bring that yellow calcite out. It's also just really optimistic, happy. I'll bring that in. And for making decisions, not waffling, not like, well, maybe, sort of, I don't know, I can't decide. Mookite, which also goes by Australia jasper. This helps with accepting change and with making decisions. It's also great with, oh, hey, we got a fuzzy visitor. Hey, you want to come up and say hi? Oh, we have a Hattie. Hey, Hattie. You want to say your highs? You want to say hellos? You've got your purrs. Yeah, no. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes. And that's Hattie, everyone. And Gertie is singing because she's jealous. Yes. Anywhere your sister is getting attention, you need to be getting attention. So as I was saying, accepting change, making decisions, great too for digestion calm, an immune boost, and it's also good for issues with the bladder, particularly pain. Come on up, Bubba. Helps too with connection with nature, particularly helpful in these very cold winter months for those of us who are in the northern hemisphere. This can help us with things like, if you struggle with things like seasonal affective disorder or just the blues in general, whether it's like serious level or just kind of like the blahs, either way, this can really help with that rejuvenating connection to nature, even when we can't physically just sit outside. Helps too with thyroid and circulation and motivation and a sense of adventure. So that should help boost your ideas around moving and where you want to go. There we go. Okay, cool. So that is Herkimer. And so good to see you, JS. Lots of love to you. You're super welcome. Who else has popped in? Catherine, wonderful to see you. Oh, hey, water retention and stomach bloating. That's Mookite. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Patty, lots of love to you. Oh my goodness. T, lots of love. Joanna Sparkles, lots of love. Let's see. Okay, cool. I'm going to get everybody's request tonight, and I'm mostly going to go straight down the line, but it looks like Patty, who is here under Key, could use a little bit of skip in the line, if that's okay. I think we can all support that. Lots of love to you. So let's bring in some support for... Let's bring some support in for Patty. So let's see, for grief and protection of estate. So let's see, we've got Dragon's Blood, we've got Jet, Sunstone, there we go. Okay, so let's start with some support for grief. Let's bring in first Dragon's Blood, which I know you find really helpful. And this is that stone. This helps with grief and loss, whether it's the loss of an individual or an idea, a business, a home, whatever it is that may have been lost. It helps with that grieving process. It helps us to get deep in the grief, but without getting lost in like self-pity. Also helps with having the strength and courage to change, as well as learning from your mistakes and having patience with yourself. Great too for optimism, wisdom, and just happiness in general. It's a very happy stone, but yet also supports the immune system as well as the nervous system. And so let's go ahead and bring this in. So that is Dragon's Blood, sometimes called Dragonstone. You're going to get some Earth Angel stuff too? Yeah, you got it. I'll bring in some of those too. I do have some Red Tiger Eye for you. Let's bring that in. Red Tiger Eye helps with attracting financial abundance in a hurry. And it's also great with protection, especially really, really intensive protections, whether it's like bullying or someone trying to manipulate or gaslight or anything like that. And on the spiritual side, it helps if anyone's doing any kind of malevolent spiritual work. Also really helpful manifesting that financial abundance quickly. So protective and helps with the money. So let's do that. There we go. Jet can be really helpful with grief. It's fossilized wood that's been fossilized through incredibly high heat, either like the hottest of hot forest fires or more than likely volcanoes. Oh, hello. Yes, you can sit on my lap. Yeah, you want a purr for us? Do you? Are you going to give some purrs? Oh, good stuff, Hattie. Here we go. So Jet is great not only for the grief, especially for very close people to you who have passed. It's another stone that helps you to go really deep into the depths of that grief to find healing and solace. Also helps with spiritual protection, like protection against like the evil eye, paranormal type stuff. Also really helpful for anyone that's close to someone or an animal companion that's soon to pass. Anyone that works in hospice, this can be really helpful. So that is Jet. Hey, Samantha, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Sunstone is great for lots of stuff, but the reason I brought it in is it helps protect against exploitation and manipulation in regards to money. So if you're doing anything with an estate, let's bring this in. This also helps us expand our vision of our soul's potential and what we can achieve, what we see as possible for ourselves. It also helps you really stand out. It boosts your prominence. So if you are going on job interviews, and Grace, I know you're going on one like tomorrow, so this is for you too. This helps with not only standing out in front of others, but also if you're like an entrepreneur and you're promoting yourself, this is a great stone. If you are promoting yourself in, say, a job interview, this is a great stone. Helps too with bringing career opportunities, as well as just luck, lots of luck, and being recognized for who you are and the talent you have. So let's see. Okay, so this one's a little crooked. Bring you in. There we go. Okay, and there we go. So let's bring in let's actually bring them in here. So that is orange sunstone. And red jasper can be really helpful with this kind of stuff. So red jasper is great for empowerment, fighting injustice, standing up against bullies, claiming your stake, and staking your claim, I think is the expression. Basically, grounding, helps with emotional support for really long-term types of things. It's great for resilience and everything having to do with the root chakra. So that's basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight. Wonderful for, I think I already said, emotional protection, as well as psychic and spiritual protection too. So very protective. So that is red jasper. Let's actually do, there we go. We'll put this one here. There we go. And so we will put some red jaspers around. There we go. And I will come back around and get the rest of your requests too, Patty. Lots of love. Yes, yes, yes. You just casted me to your TV. It's way bigger. Awesome. Yeah, I can do that at my house too. It's really wild. The cats get so confused. They're like... They're like, wait, you're in the TV? We don't get it. Let's also do, let's do some aquamarine. Cool. Let's definitely do some aquamarine now, and then I'll hop to some other stuff too. And I will come back to your request too. Aquamarine helps with circulation, as well as forgiveness, and deflecting any kind of really immature, petty kinds of behavior. The anti-Karen stone, if you will, also helps with a sense of justice, may justice prevail, and can help with really dealing with anyone who's like looking to take out their upset at you. There we go. So that's aquamarine. And awesome. I'm so glad you are here. And Oh, you're still working towards quitting, Chris. Good for you. We're with you. Still not still. Intentions are to do the things that you like but put off, for a belief in the ability of yourself and that so basically you're putting things off, hoping that your situation will improve, just kind of jumping into them now. Gotcha. So let's bring in some fuchsite. Let's also do red jasper. Will be helpful for you too. It's kind of like thriving where you're at kind of energy. let's also do managed to drop some stones. Let's see. Okay, and let's do some zoisite. This one can help with things that you're putting off. This is one that helps us to work through challenges and setbacks and even things like procrastination, any kind of obstacles. So it can support that. It also helps us to release a lot of negativity. It's another one that helps support our connection to nature, and it also is helpful for fertility, things like apathy and just sort of sluggishness. And where I think this could really help, it could help you to face the situations, face the challenges that are now a part of those things that you love. So that is zoisite. It's also a great stone for if you're trying not to procrastinate, like if you struggle with forever procrastinating. I do. Zoisite's helpful. Fuchsite is one that helps you to just give in and have fun. And I think that this can really encourage you to like want to dive in and do all those things. So fuchsite, a lot of, like I said, self-care, joy, and fun just for the sake of fun, not feeling bad about it. Helps too with just that sense of play. Also helps spinal alignment, sleep disturbances, and any kind of inner child work, as well as carpal tunnel syndrome. So that is fuchsite. Let's go ahead and bring this in. Actually, let's do this. There we go. There we go, and there we go. Awesome. And so also getting a strong feeling for polychrome jasper. This helps us, it reinvigorates our passions in life and helps to get in connection with our soul's purpose. It's very motivating, but it's also very uplifting. It helps to break up indifference and encourage us to like get back into life. It's also really helpful with encouraging mobility. It makes us want to move around and physically get engaged in the world. So if you're trying to stick to a workout routine or trying to get yourself to walk every day, this can help. Also wonderful for just the Earth Star chakra, which is our energy center for enacting our soul's purpose. So I feel like this will help. So I'm going to bring in a couple pieces. This here and this here, and that is polychrome jasper. So all the best to you, still not still. Hope you're doing well. Awesome. And let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. Is red agate the same as red carnelian? No, it's different. Sorry, I called it red agate. It's red jasper. My bad. Red carnelian is a different stone, and works, but they work quite differently. But they both really powerfully support the root chakra. So awesome. Both of them are awesome there. You're welcome. I'm so glad it's helpful. Still not still. Hey, Violet Integration. Welcome in. Okay, so let's see what else we have. And sorry, my head keeps going back and forth on the screen. I'm still getting used to the new setup here. I'm going to bring in some of Chris's requests. Let's bring in Snowflake Obsidian, Selenite, Labradorite. Let's also do, let's see. Speaking of carnelian, let's bring that in. Black onyx. There we go. Labradorite is a great stone for helping with sleep, as well as clairvoyance. And that's our spiritual sight that's like seeing our intuition. Helps too with fine attention to detail, with research and study, and also with enjoying things like travel. Really enjoying things like travel. If you're doing any of that this time of the year, studying, you know, this will be helpful if you're doing any kind of really fine work. This is always one of my favorite stones to give to folks who are like coders or programmers or data scientists. Really helps with that fine eye to things. Selenite helps to reflect nothing but pure white light. It helps us to connect with our guides, and it also helps to clear the energy of our energy field, any crystals that come close to it, so you can use this to clear your crystals. And it also helps to keep the energy of a space really nice and high vibe. It's definitely not one you want to put in water. It will melt. I always have a huge piece of it just beneath the grid. It's there right now to help hold a good, harmonious, and high vibe space for us. I'm just going to bring in one more piece to honor your request. Snowflake Obsidian helps us with breaking, recognizing and kind of breaking down our old patterns and things like that. Helps with recognizing those things that we do over and over again that just don't help us overall. It's great too for processing guilt and finding hope after loss. Wonderful too for inner peace and serenity, balancing the body, mind, spirit connection, and for helping to calm overstimulation. So we will bring this in. This is also one that's helpful with clairaudience, and that's your spiritual hearing. So there we go. There we go. Awesome. And black onyx helps with grounding fear and anxiety. It also helps us with self-esteem and helps us to release some self-doubt. It's very helpful for grief and for connecting with our ancestors. It helps with a lot of spiritual protection as well. So we will bring this in. So that's black onyx. That'll also help Patty. And carnelian helps with the sacral chakra. Everything that has to do with the second chakra, that is the center of relationships, how we relate to everyone and everything, but most importantly, our intimate relationships. Also things like sexuality and fertility. Helps with colds and healing wounds as well as allergies, and it can be wonderful for attracting romantic love. So we will bring this in. It also helps with creativity. Sacral chakra has a lot of our creative energy there. So we will bring that in. There we go. And let's get a couple more. Let's do... Let's do some amethyst. Helpful with addiction and recovery, and often linked with that because it helps us to very much embrace the themes around the Serenity Prayer. Changing what we cannot accept, accepting what we cannot change, the wisdom to know the difference. This can be very helpful with all of the above, also with connection to spirituality and intuition, as well as just anything that we're doing to create change for ourselves and breaking patterns and moving forward. It helps us to maybe not be quite so hard on ourselves as we move forward with new information, making better choices. So that is amethyst. Amethyst is also quite helpful when it comes to... There we go. Amethyst is also quite helpful when it comes to sleep, better sleep. And rose quartz. Rose quartz helps with everything that you would think of about the heart chakra. This is unconditional love. This is tons and tons of non-judgmental energy right to your heart center. If you feel emotionally depleted, hold on to some rose quartz, keep plenty of it around. This helps us to connect with the concept of unconditional love and help us to shift what we expect and what we accept in terms of relationships and treatment from others. Helps us to see ourselves as loving and seeing that we deserve love. So I will bring in some rose quartz, and I will come back for the rest of your requests too. I'm so glad that you are here. Cool, so let's see what else we have. Okay, cool. Awesome, so I'm going to keep on tickling through. Grace for the interview tomorrow, heart healing, body aches from the cold weather. I'm getting old. You're not the only one. So let's see. Body aches from the cold. Let's see. Let's bring in some pink kunzite. Let's bring in some howlite. We've got sunstone for your interview tomorrow. Let's bring in some lapis. Lapis is another stone that helps with career opportunities and also with integrity, follow through, meeting our commitments, things like that. Open, honest communication helps with things like vertigo and hearing loss. Also really helps with getting organized. So that is lapis. So that will help you tomorrow, as well as the sunstone. So put that there and there. And howlite to help with the aches. This also helps with anything around the bones as well as the joints. So howlite, like I said, bones, joints, but also teeth, whether you are trying to improve the health and integrity of bones, or if you are healing a fracture, whether you have joint pain or like an acute injury, this is thought to be really helpful and protective there. Wonderful too for frustration, anger, and resentment, helping to release those difficult feelings and help us to make decisions that are maybe a little bit more balanced than they would be without it. So let's bring in white howlite. And next I'm going to bring in some pink kunzite. This will help with the heart healing. So not only is this helpful with healing a broken heart and loss, this can be particularly helpful when it comes to love after heartache, opening your heart again. Wonderful too for compassion, including compassion for yourself. It's very high vibrational compassion. It's very unity consciousness, connection with everyone and everything in the universe. Helps too with nerve pain. Those who might be sensitive to chemical allergies or to skin allergies, this can be really supportive there. Helps too with motherhood, sleepless babies, and for dealing with any kinds of, if you're having issues at work, like say you have a toxic boss, this is thought to be a helpful stone. So pink kunzite. So we'll bring that in. So I hope that helps, Grace. Let's see. Oop. Let's bring these in here, here. And that's pink kunzite. Okay. Hope that helps. Keep me posted. And keep me posted about your interview tomorrow. Jennifer, welcome in Intentions Weight Loss, Love Decisiveness, Getting Sleep Schedule Back on Track. Gotcha. So let's do Blue Apatite. Love Decisiveness. I would say one that's helpful with making decisions is definitely Mookaite, and that's there. Let's see, did you request any specific stones? Yeah, you did. Oh, okay, cool. You requested kunzite. Moonstone, that's a good one. Moonstone. Apophyllite. Lemurian and Manifestation. Okay. So manifestation quartz is, well, probably what you're already thinking. It helps us to empower what we're manifesting. It helps us to focus on it, and also helps to direct that energy out to the universe so that that manifestation can kind of like get a little bit of a heel in and get into making itself happen. So we'll bring that in. That was also a beautiful gift from Jennifer Vatsa herself, as is this beautiful apophyllite. Exceptionally helpful for very intense intuition, growing your sacred awareness, your spiritual awareness, whether you are into channeling or mediumship or however you connect intuitively. This can greatly help you grow that, and not just be more open, but like get a depth of understanding as well. So that is apophyllite. So thank you, Jen. And in addition to my crystal shop at learnreikiphiladelphia.com, definitely check out Belladonna's Botanicals. Just Google Belladonna's Botanicals and it'll come up. And let's go ahead and put these out here. I love the good energy of the yellow calcite, kind of facing right at them. So that's apophyllite. Lemurian quartz helps with healing and releasing emotional pain from the past, whether it's childhood and even pre-memory childhood in this life, or even past lives. And a lot of times these things are interconnected. This helps with all of the above. Helps too with any kind of inner child work, helping to live your spiritual life, but also to learn through your self-healing work. So that is Blue Mist Lemurian quartz. And I might have to just adjust some of these to even them out. We're getting there. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's do Lemurian quartz. We will place right next to the rose quartz and amethyst. Moonstone helps us to connect to, surprise, surprise, the moon, the lunar cycles, but also everything that the moon represents. This is not only connection to things like the cycles and patterns that happen within nature and connecting with those, but this is also connection to ancient wisdom, different types of spiritual practices, helps with protection during travel, gaining wisdom and knowledge, also with attracting love and with releasing any patterns that no longer serve. This can also be a powerful boost for intuition as well. I often think of Moonstone as being very connected with the tarot card, the High Priestess. There we go. So there we go there. I'll put the Moonstone right under the apophyllite, and I think that that's great. I think they work well together. And for weight loss, I'm going to bring in some blue apatite. I know, it's hilarious. Apatite for, for a food stone. This helps us to build a better relationship with food and the role that it has in our life. And that includes anything from weight loss to just general healthier habits and practices, anything in that realm. Wonderful too for strengthening our energetic field so that we're less likely to take on the energy of others, for example. Helps with learning about our soul's purpose and having the courage to embrace it. And with generally inner peace, inner harmony. So we will bring in blue apatite. All the best to you, Jen. Good to have you here. And let's move on. Oh, I love blue apatite. There we go. And Amelia, let's see. Reminding yourself who you are, finding her again, sending love and positivity always. Thank you. Definitely the first one that helps the most with like identity crisis, who am I, and building back that relationship with our sense of self. Yellow calcite is hugely helpful for that, but there's another one that's helpful. And that is septarian, another stone that helps the solar plexus. So on the physical level, this is helpful for muscle spasms and healing wounds on the skin, but it's also helpful for any kind of intensive personal changes, seeking out yourself, your true self, and doing any kind of what's called shadow work that's going to the parts of ourselves that we might not be the most proud of, and doing some deep healing work. It helps us to be, as we go through our healing journey, it helps us to feel supported in being vulnerable. And it's wonderful for specifically what you're mentioning, like identity crisis and who am I and how do I get back in touch with myself. It's great for that. It helps too with understanding the rhythms and patterns that you have within yourself, as well as the beliefs, the habits, the understandings or misunderstandings that you might have, to kind of examine any of them that maybe those older ideas and beliefs are holding you back a bit. This can help you find those and root them out. So that is septarian, but in general, it's emotional growth. So we will bring this in, and I know that Patty really likes septarian too. I love it for the muscle spasms and stuff. I struggle with that a lot. So I hope that helps. Lots of love. They're both very positive stones, and I hope everything goes well for you. Good to have you here, Prudence Jane. Something for loneliness, sadness, anger. Absolutely. Sorry, Prudence Jane. My favorite anger stone is howlite, but let's also bring in dumortierite. This helps find a lot of pent-up anger and helps us release it, and also is superb for patience. And if being out on, a couple days ago, just being out around the world, I definitely see where patience is like a challenge for a lot of us. So definitely more than this time of year usually is. So dumortierite's helpful with that. Helpful too with healing ligaments and tendons, breaking down frustrations. Wonderful too with getting organized and generally building new habits around tidiness. Helps with standing up for yourself and for improving any situation that seems beyond hope or that you just don't see a solution for. So that is dumortierite. So I hope that helps with a lot of the like anger type feelings. For loneliness, we looked up for someone not long ago. I think it was just the other day we looked up loneliness for someone, and I forget what we pulled, so I'm going to go grab the same book. So this is The Crystal Healer by Philip Permut. Here it recommends Mookite, which is there, Snowflake Obsidian, which is there, and Spirit Quartz. Okay, cool. So Spirit Quartz. Spirit Quartz are basically little baby crystals that are just starting to grow into bigger crystals. Last time we used tree agate that had some baby quartz on it. Let's this time use some Spirit Quartz that's growing on some petrified wood. So if you look in the center of this specimen, you might see some sparkles. Those little sparkles there, that is Spirit Quartz. Little tiny baby crystals that over time get bigger and turn into points. Spirit Quartz helps with that kind of rebirth energy. It feels like very much beginning anew, beginning afresh, having things in front of you. But it also can be really helpful for loneliness in that way. This is also a great stone in general, petrified wood. This is, unlike jet, this is wood that was a tree and it was living and it died, and it took a long time to slowly turn into stone that you see here. This helps us to work through really difficult change, especially endings and beginnings. So I will bring this in for you. Sadness, a great one for sadness, and I was actually thinking of this for Patty as well, is green onyx. excellent for like deep sadness, including grief. Making decisions, especially if you want to make decisions that line up with your higher good. It helps with even like when you feel just emotionally shut down or cold, and it helps you to continue to move forward despite any emotional pain. So this can be a really helpful stone. Green onyx can be this kind of bold like green, or more than likely like more often than not when I see green onyx, I usually see it as like this pistachio kind of like very light green. Both are green onyx. So I hope that helps. Loneliness, sadness, anger. Okay. And lots of love to you, Prudence Jane. You're always welcome here. It's good to see you. Hey, Jenny. I hope you're doing well. Okay, cool. Oh, I did want to make an announcement for... Oh, Lee. Good to see you. Lee Nico. You're welcome, Amelia. And no, there's no such thing as being late. You're good. We're going to be going a little while. Just a heads up for those of you who are in Philly or the Philly area. I wanted to let you know that there is currently an outbreak, or not an outbreak, but one of the groups of kittens at one of the smaller shelters that's connected to the shelter that I did fostering for and helping get Hattie and Gertie for. There has been panleukopenia. It's a cat disease that is something you can vaccinate against, but it's something that also impacts cats that are older, have immune compromised issues, kittens, and that's actually who got it at 2nd Street. And they have to quarantine that location until they can either disinfect it, or they have to wait a couple of weeks until everyone's still testing negative to reopen. So whether you go, so the name of the shelter I work with is Pause, but like if you're adopting or fostering an animal, go anywhere, like anywhere, wherever it is. But if you're in Philly or near Philly and you want to adopt or even foster, especially, you can go to their bigger shelter on Grays Ferry Avenue. All those animals are okay. They also have some PetSmart locations. You can go and find animals there. You can either foster or adopt. But if you happen to feel like you're in a way to foster a cat and you don't have other cats in your home that would be impacted potentially by this virus, and you're open to doing that, definitely reach out to Pause Philadelphia. So if you just Google Pause Philadelphia, it should come up. But yeah, if you can foster, if you can adopt, any animal will lighten the load for them. It's a no-kill shelter, so they really could use the help. But yeah, just spreading the word there. So hope everything goes well. We'll send lots of love to the animals in the Philly shelters too. So let's see. And nope, I didn't skip anyone. Intentions for a good week for all of us for Lila Ray. Definitely. Let's bring in Amazonite. One of the things this does is it brings in good luck. It also helps the spine and spinal nerves, as well as self-care, especially for those of us who tend to think of others before ourselves and then realize all too late that we're running a deficit. This helps with self-respect and self-care. If you have a nurse in your life, this is the perfect stone to give to them. And again, this is Amazonite. There we go. So I hope that helps, and thank you for thinking of the collective there. Kath, breaking down patterns that no longer serve, promoting healing through love, and overcoming and facing fears. Ooh, definitely overcoming and facing fears is a good one too. Let's see. Let's do patterns that no longer serve. Definitely Snowflake Obsidian is helpful, but let's also do Peridot. This is much the same. It helps with those habits and cycles, and even things like, this is a perfect one for quitting smoking, for example, but any of those cycles or patterns that are holding us back, this helps to notice them and maybe find a new way, a new pattern forward. Helps too with releasing guilt, anger, jealousy, and wonderful for digestive issues, everything from reflux to Crohn's to UC to celiac, all of the above. Also helps to some extent with depression as well as with supporting good friendships. So that is peridot. Healing through love. I feel like blue calcite's the first one that jumped to mind. Blue calcite is one of my favorite emotional first aid stones. This helps with the pain that you struggle to verbalize, and it can help to bring healing, clarity, healing revelations. This is one that can help with that, promoting healing through love. Also wonderful with making decisions when we're just emotionally overwrought and devastated too. So that is blue calcite. So we'll put some of that here. And facing fears. The first one I would grab if it wasn't already here is definitely red jasper, really helpful with facing fears, as is orange sunstone, can help with phobias. Let's also bring in some picture jasper. This can help with fears that are in our way that we might not even be able to see. It's also really helpful with envisioning potentials in the future, with brainstorming, kind of like that, what could be the best possible outcome thing. It's also great for thinking of big trips and big opportunities, big moves, whatever the case may be. Helpful too for like big picture thinking, like seeing all the different aspects of something and all of the opportunities there. Wonderful too for big moves like abroad or to a place where people speak a different language, and it helps with quitting smoking. But definitely wonderful for fears and hidden fears, in addition to sunstone and the other one I mentioned, red jasper. So let's see, let's bring this in. No, you can't see it there. Let's put this here. So that's picture jasper. It also goes by the name desert jasper. And anytime that you want to envision something and kind of get out of your own way in regards to fear, that's a great stone. So I hope that helps. Lots of love to you, Kath. Good to see you. Happy Sunday tea. Intentions for good sleep, focus on organizational and creative tasks, support for anxiety and depression, stonewise garnet, tiger eye, picture jasper, green calcite. Awesome. So let's do some garnet, some tiger eye. We just did the picture jasper, green calcite. Green calcite's my favorite stone for anxiety. It can help to bring in a lot of calming reassurance, allowing us to kind of feel that sense of, oh, it might all be okay. It also helps with releasing the tenseness we hold in our body when we're anxious. So it will help us be more physically comfortable too. Wonderful for releasing nervousness and also just sort of bringing a sense of joyful ease. Like, don't be surprised if it makes you want to like watch a funny movie. So yeah, we will bring in green calcite. Okay, cool. Garnet is superb for creativity as well as organization. So it was actually one I was thinking of for you, and I love that you picked the same one I would. It's also helpful for creativity and kind of like strength and stability when everything is in flux and changing. This can help with also practicality and making the best use of your time and energy and resources. So that is garnet. And I have a hattie cat on my lap that is asleep and is, unbeknownst to her, sliding off my lap. And I don't want you to fall or get scared, so let me get you. There we go. That's better. Okay. And tiger eye. This helps with study and research for anyone that's doing that right now. It helps to bolster courage. It's very protective spiritually and energetically, especially against things like jealousy and envy. Helpful too for big picture thinking, like if you're thinking small, this helps you to get out of your own way. And wonderful too for things like entrepreneurship. So if you're doing something like planning like making a business plan, Tiger Eye would be one that I would recommend. And close second to that would be Picture Jasper for sure. So let's see, let's put some Tiger Eye in here. Tiger Eye is so pretty. So let's do some here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for being here, T. Lots of love to you. So healing for water retention and stomach bloating, we definitely got that with Mookite or Australia Jasper, as well as aquamarine. That can help with circulation and stuff too. Lots of love to you. I hope you feel better soon, hun. Something for money manifestation, hip pain, and patience. Awesome, Catherine. So hip pain, I would definitely bring in Howlite, so it's already there. Patience is definitely Dragon's Blood, as well as Dumortierite. Money manifestation, Red Tiger Eye is helpful. Let's bring in some citrine. A powerhouse for bringing in the financial abundance and any kind of resources that we really need, as well as helping us to make really good decisions about our money. Helpful too with balancing our intuition with our sense of logic, and with things like nausea, fibromyalgia, and even addictions and compulsions. So this will also help with quitting smoking. So yeah, we will bring this in. So that is citrine. So let's bring that in here. Yeah, let's bring that in here. I love working with citrine. Okay. And next. Awesome. So all the love in the world to you, Catherine. I hope everything helps. I know this weather's not helping, and it seems like nationwide that there's just so much weather. This storm system is huge. Patty, so we got Red Tiger's Eye Aquamarine, Amazonite Septarian, Fuchsite, and let's do some Azurite. So Azurite helps with creativity, connecting to our spiritual self and awakening that side of ourselves. It also helps with intuition and insight. Helps too with relieving worry. It's wonderful for making decisions, and I think that that's kind of on tap tonight. Gaining a sense of spiritual wisdom, as well as connecting with your spirit guide. There's definitely been a couple requests around like obstacles. This will be another really helpful one for all of you. Helps with like obstacles and energy blocks too, if you just feel stuck. Great for calming the mind while you're meditating or doing energy work, and it's also helpful for spinal alignment and muscle spasms. So that is Azurite. It's beautiful azure blue. So there we go. And Samantha, let me just see down to the bottom here. Desert Rose Selenite, absolutely. Absolutely. So I wrote a little bit about Desert Rose Selenite, and I haven't printed it out yet, so pardon me briefly while I look this up for you. And by the way, we have these in the crystal shop too. So this can help you start to make big life changes with small, reasonable steps. And it can help you to essentially like redefine yourself after facing change, significant change, and potentially loss. It helps with perseverance, especially for studies, and it helps with stomach upset. So this might help with Catherine too, or was it Goddess of Four? I'm sorry. Also great too for anything impacting the skin, and helps with the healing of animals too and general wellness. There's more to it too, but that's kind of like the cliff notes that I had read about it. But yeah, it really helps with redefining who you are and moving forward in wholeness, even after any kind of devastating shift and change in life. So that's Desert Rose Selenite. So let's bring this in. We'll put it right next to the jet. I feel like that's appropriate here. There we go. Awesome. And I will get to peacock ore. I might wait till the end with peacock ore because there'll be some room. Cool. Yeah, if anyone wants to think of, in fact, let's bring in some leopard skin jasper for so we've got Desert Rose Selenite. We'll also bring in leopard skin jasper for the animals in Philadelphia, that they get better. They just got over the new dog virus. They got that all taken care of. Now they have a cat thing. But this helps with connecting with our animal guides, as well as doing any kind of healing work for our animal companions. Helps too with attracting a soulmate relationship and anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance. So that is leopard skin jasper. So let's bring that in. And as much as I hate to disturb a sleeping cozy kitty, my legs are falling asleep. So I might have to just juggle a Hattie on my lap for just a moment. Excuse me. Hi. Hello. May I stretch my legs? May I? Oh, thank you. How understanding. Okay. I think you all know the pain of, I have a cat on my lap. I can't do anything. Can't come to work today. I got a cat on my lap. Yes, I do. Her name is Hattie. Okay. Ooh, are we talking about our favorite tea? Ooh. Right now, I'm having a Tulsi Rose tea. Ooh, it feels so nice. Oh, Goddess of Four, you read that Desert Rose Selenite helps with real estate solutions and resolutions. I want to write that down. Hang on. I think I read that somewhere too. I'm just going to write that down. Thank you for that, Goddess of Four. I really appreciate that. Oh, raspberry tea. Okay, cool. Okay, so Samantha, for back, neck, shoulder, feet and leg pain from driving too much. Gotcha. So, back and neck and shoulder, I would do Amazonite and Howlite, but they're both in there. Also, I would do polychrome jasper, but that's already in there. That helps with lower extremities and like moving. Let's see. So that's more like a stiffness than an inflammation, but let's see. Let's do some serpentine. Serpentine can be really helpful with anything around like sugar in the body. So whether you tend towards like hypoglycemic or even diabetic, or if you just struggle with like kind of keeping things even, this can help with that. It also helps with calcium and magnesium deficiencies, which I struggle with, and muscle weakness, eczema, and even with getting into deep states of meditation. Also thought to be helpful for cases of dementia and things like that. But I will bring this in because I feel like it can help with your muscles, as does septarian. So this is serpentine. So let's put a piece here. And let's put a piece here. So I hope that that helps. But I feel like the stones we've got pretty well cover what you got going on. But I hope that that helps for sure. Oh, you got, you had a massage yesterday at the chiropractor's office and your shoulder feels better. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that, Chris. Samantha, also TMJ, jaw pain, endometriosis, psoriasis, skin healing. Skin stuff is leopard skin jasper for sure. Let's bring in moss agate. We have leopard skin jasper in there. Moss agate and pink tourmaline. Moss agate helps with any kind of infections in the body, and this is also really supportive of like your body going through viruses and things. Now, I'm not the person who's going to say like, just do this, don't do medicines, they're toxic. No, that's not me. Like, do all the things that will help you. I'm all about like, I take meds, I work with crystals, I hang out and meditate, I do all the things that'll help. Everything that I do is complementary. It will help complement everything that you're doing for your well-being. And that's what I aim to do, is kind of help cheer you on and support you. But by no means is this like a replacement for any kind of treatment. But this is actually sacred in Chinese medicine for helping with anything that's spreading through the body quickly. Also helps with connection to nature, releasing fear of the unknown, helps you to do any inner child or higher self work on the like psychological side. And on the spiritual side, it helps us to feel connected to spirit and unconditional love. But I hope that this helps with the ear infections. And pink tourmaline will help with the endometriosis. This is great for every kind of GYN problem that there is. Also helpful for mother-baby bonding. So I think that this will help the Jenny's nephews, and helps too with breaking down a negative self-image so you can start to build a more positive view of yourself. Helps too with headaches and migraines as well as nerve pain. So that is pink tourmaline. And for warding off negativity and things like that in the evil eye, jet and red tiger eye are my most powerful stones for that. So I hope that they help. And past life stuff. Past life stuff, my favorite stone for that is Lemurian quartz. Whether it's early this life, a past life, more than likely they're a little bit connected at least. This really helps with past life stuff and old stuff. I also saw a request for Super 7, so I'm going to bring that in now. That helps with that too. This is a beautiful gift to us from Chris. This helps with working towards any kind of larger plans or goals. Helps too with all kinds of intuition, whether it's mediumship, channeling, card reading. This can really help support it. Helps with strengthening your energy field, connecting to unity consciousness, that we're all interconnected. And it helps with healing past lives and old karma, as well as earth healing. So if you want to heal the earth or support the earth after any kind of, or really any time, but especially if it's right after some kind of like man-made catastrophe, this can be a helpful one. So let's bring this in. So that's Super 7. And this has 7 different minerals in it. 2 of them are oof. I keep thinking of every other stone that starts with A. One of them is cacoxenite. But here, let me bring this in, because I think somebody asked about cacoxenite a little bit ago. So there we go. So Super 7. And family bonding is carnelian. Emotional healing and peace is, there's a lot of them there, but definitely like snowflake obsidian and septarian will be really helpful. Ooh, Key and I are currently quitting as well. Key is waiting to hear back from a job that they really want. Ooh, definitely all the best to you. I'm glad I put in all the like, bring in the career opportunity stone. So lapis is in there, orange sunstone, and I also brought in tourmalinated quartz. All of those help with bringing in a new job. Violet integration, happy Sunday. Heart healing and help with grief. We've got a lot of grief stones with jet and with both green and black onyx. Let's bring in, and with dragonstone too, but let's see what else we have. Bring in some rhodonite. Oh, we've got a Hattie on the run, maybe? Let's bring in some malachite too. I think this is a stone that'll support a lot of the requests made today. So that is malachite. Malachite helps with processing really deep, old, painful emotions so that we can leave the pain behind us and move forward as best we can. It helps with things like depression and anxiety, and also helps with things like arthritis and inflammation and pain in general. Great for letting go of the past, wonderful for helping improve sleep, which is definitely on the docket, and with processing and moving through any kind of phobias. So that is malachite. So let's see. Let's bring in some malachite here and here. And rhodonite helps to heal a broken heart, which includes grief very much. It also helps with allergies, autoimmune stuff, asthma, anything impacting the lungs, as well as helping to heal from past emotional abuse and helping to heal insecurities as well. So that's rhodonite. Also, if you have like emotional pain that's keeping you from opening up emotionally with a new partner or in life in general, this can be a really helpful stone. So there we go. Let's work this in there. Some more rhodonite. But yeah, as usual, we're all working on the same wavelength here. So we've got all our good grief stones are in there. So I hope that you're doing well. Lots of love to you. Oh, and heart healing. Let's also bring in some more heart healing. We have lots more of that. Definitely rhodonite will help in general. We've got rose quartz. We've got green onyx. Let's bring in some bloodstone. We haven't done bloodstone in a while. This is very helpful for healing the heart center. And with things like grief or just really intense emotional healing, really intense emotional shock too. This helps to lift despair and bring in a lot of emotional like perseverance to get through a long slog of emotional pain, grief, and working through difficult stuff. Helps too with relieving self-doubt, and it also helps to kind of round about our mind and calm the mind while we're meditating or doing energy work. So that is bloodstone. It also goes by the name of heliotrope, and this is a great stone to support not only the heart, but also the root chakra, which is all of those beautiful things around basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, feeling stable, feeling secure and safe. So that is bloodstone. So I hope that that helps. Oh, Natalie, sorry, I just saw that now. Fuchsite. I'll type it in. And oh, Patty and Key are both quitting smoking too. Oh, Golden Healer I have. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in Golden Healer. And I have been gifted a couple of golden healers I'm so grateful for. This is a stone that can help with healing and balance, really balancing all the chakras. Cora Carr bought me golden healer, Cora Carr and Vincent, as well as Chris. Thank you. So this helps with balancing all chakras, and in all ways, in every way that we need to heal, this helps support us. It helps to connect with the crown. It helps with the crown chakra, connecting with spirit, not only unity consciousness, but seeing the bigger picture about yourself and this life, this present life, past lives, future lives. It helps with that sense of spiritual evolution, and when we have that connection to spirit, that helps us to feel deeply connected, rooted, supported by the universe or spirit, however you define it. This can really help with that full unlocking of balance. So I will bring this in. And if it was a little earlier, I'd even read a little bit more about it. I'm still working with this stone. So I'm going to go ahead and bring a piece here. Oop, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll put that there. And I'm also going to put this other piece kind of right here. It'll be out of camera, but it'll still be there. Yeah, and we're definitely going to bring in peacock ore too. I might as well just do that now. So peacock ore or chalcopyrite is exceptionally helpful with executive function. If you struggle with things like ADD or ADHD or even PTSD, CPTSD like I do, things like that can be really hard. Also, anyone who's had any kind of brain injury, that might be a challenge. This can help. It's also excellent for rebirth. Kind of like finding yourself anew, stepping out as who you are in this new chapter of your life, rather than simply feeling the devastation of the past. It's the promise of the new. And so I'm going to bring that in here too. So there's that. Dog's Kennel Cough, we've got leopard skin in there. Jenny, it's so good to see you. Lots of love to you and your family. Oh, I'm nearly not life-size in your living room. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should start wearing more makeup. No, I won't. I'm just colorblind enough where I can't find a foundation that matches my skin tone, because I honestly wouldn't be able to see it. And I have friends that have been like, oh, it's nice. You picked it out yourself, didn't you? And I'm like, oh, oops. So awesome. Joshua, do the other rocks and gemstones displayed have their own measurable resonance like quartz does? I believe at least some of them do, but to be honest, that's going into a little bit of the side of things that I haven't really poked into too much. I'm really good with kind of like figuring out their meanings, seeing what other people think of their meanings, and like hanging out with jewelers, getting into the geology side of it. But that's a really good question. I'm going to I'll take a peek at that and see what other studies have been done. But yeah, definitely quartz has a resonance for sure. I can't see why we wouldn't be able to see them for other stones, but yeah. But that's a great question. Let me check into that. Thank you. And I think I know just the person to ask to. Oh, okay. I think I made it to the end here. But thank you, Josh. But definitely, too, as far as quartz, a lot of the stones are quartz. So stones that are quartz are like all the agates are quartz. All of the jaspers are like, well, most of the jaspers are quartz. Some of them are called jasper and they're like not a quartz. Actually, no, jaspers are often not quartz. We have carnelian is a quartz. Herkimer is a quartz. Amethyst is a quartz. There's a lot of quartz that aren't named quartz that are quartz. So yeah, like something like 70 to 80% of the Earth's crust is actually a quartz of some kind, which is kind of wild. But yeah, but great question. And thank you for being here. Awesome. So I'm just peeking through. Let's do, and Lee, did I get a question from you? Let me double check. A place for honey calcite in the grid, as well as rainbow fluorite if I have any, and anything for pain. Gotcha. So let's do honey calcite. And for pain, we have malachite. We also have lapis. And I'm going to bring in golden healer is thought to be helpful for some degree of pain too. And celestite. Celestite helps with connection to our angels. It also helps with intuitive discernment. So if you have a hard time with, I'm not sure if that was my intuition or my logic, or if it's just a worry or a fear or what's going on, this can help with parsing that out. Also helps with connection to your spirit guides in general. And definitely because it's such a high vibrational stone, it can help us to connect to our more spiritual side, which changes our experience of pain. So that is celestite. So let's bring this in. And then next is honey calcite, which helps us to attract the best people that are meant to, connect with us at this point in our lives. This helps with balancing and harmonizing the solar plexus, your center of self, personal identity, and free will, with your sacral, which is the center of relationships and how you relate to others. It really harmonizes those both. So whether you're looking for new friends, romantic partners, neighbors, colleagues, what have you, that are just a better vibe that matches where you're at right now, honey calcite can help. It's also really helpful with just optimism in general, especially when things are tough, and with supporting women that are postmenopausal, which includes me. Awesome. So perfect. So we'll bring that in. It's good to see you, Lee. Lots of love to everyone. So we are at that magic place. I know we're running a little late tonight, but for all the best reasons. And I'm hearing the lovely the lovely tone of rain outside. I just hope nobody floods. But man, that rain sounds beautiful and natural. So if you've not been here before, this is the fun part where if you want to help me lift the energy of the space that you are at and the space that we're all kind of holding for one another, help me out by going into the chat, click that like button if you haven't already, and share anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. Gratitude lifts energy faster than just about anything. And while you're doing that, I'm going to describe what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and what to expect and how to make the most of your session tonight. And then we're going to get into the Reiki. So if you need to use the loo, now is the time. And thank you so much for being here. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one healing or distance reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Currently there is, oh, and by the way, there's a link in the description for that. Currently there is a coupon code for 20% off all crystals and all gift certificates, including the ones you might buy yourself, hint, hint, for Reiki, IET, and tarot readings. So again, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. The coupon code is ShopSmall2023 with no spaces. Again, that's ShopSmall2023, 2023. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less a catch-all term for energy healing in the West. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. This particular practice of working with energy was created by Mikao Usui in the 1920s in Japan at a time where some really intense governmental, societal issues really required anything that you were doing to be very much secular. So this particular practice of working with energy is deeply spiritual, absolutely secular, and I think that's a big reason why it's so popular for us in the West. So the concept of energy at the foundation of Usui's practice, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected and inextricably linked. And it's thought that spirit, however you define it, provides this beautiful life-sustaining energy, which flows through everyone, everything, and our body, mind, and spirit work with this energy all the time to bring us into the greatest state of healing, wellness, well-being, and resilience that we can be in moment to moment. Reiki translates to spiritually guided soul energy. So during this session, essentially what I'll be doing is connecting to this energy that's already flowing through all of us, whether we're aware of it or not. And I'll essentially be connecting to it and directing even more of it to you wherever you are and whenever you're watching this stream, because Reiki energy isn't limited to the same constructs of reality that we as humans are. Reiki is everywhere all the time. So whenever you're watching this video, this energy will be there for you. So during the session, you may have some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. You may also have some opportunity to think some things through and clear your mind. You may also have an opportunity to connect spiritually, get some insight, intuition, or even just some deeper realizations or things just kind of clicking into place. You may also have a really lovely nap, and that's incredible too. Whatever your experience, it'll be exactly what is best in your alignment for you today, here and now. And I will send this healing to you for 25 minutes so that you can just simply enjoy. So what do you do to accept it? Well, just be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So just know that you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to calm your mind. You don't have to, you don't have to be in that spiritual Zen place. You can be exactly where you are. The Reiki will support you as you are. But I generally suggest that you find a nice comfy space to sit or lay down, enjoy your tea, or take a gentle nap. But if you don't want to sit still, that's cool too. Get up, get what you need. You can do some yoga stretches. You can journal. You can really anything that feels appropriate for you in this time, that's the right way to handle it. There's no wrong way to enjoy Reiki. During the session, if you need to get up or anything, or if you get distracted, or if you want to go a little deeper into the session, simply take a deep cleansing breath in and out at your own pace, and that'll help you bring right back into the energy. I will send this energy to all of you for 25 minutes, during which time the lights will move slowly and gently from one color to the next. They will not flash nor strobe. And I will turn the music up. So if you happen to enjoy the music and you want to learn more about our musical creator, who is another awesome content creator here on YouTube, she is linked at the bottom of the description. You can check out her YouTube channel and stream her all day long, or you can check out her website and her royalty-free music that's available for your live streams as well, or yoga classes, or whatever else you do. At the end of that 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice welcome you back in to take a deep breath in and out, and come on back. And at that time, I'll be able to re-engage with you in chat. If you have any questions, anything to share, I'll be here for it. And most of all, thank you so much for being here. I am here 5 times a week, same time, same channel, every week. So you can set this as part of your wellness routine. You can also subscribe with your notifications on, and hopefully at some point YouTube might even remind you that I am going live so that you can join us. But you're always welcome to enjoy the past healing live stream playlist, because Reiki doesn't require you to be present right then and there that moment. You can always enjoy a healing session by checking out any of our past videos. So always check that out anytime you need it. You can even skip ahead to the healing if you want to. So thank you so much for being here. It's always an honor and a privilege to be able to provide this healing energy for all of you. So thanks so much for being here. So let's go ahead back. We'll say hello to everyone, take a closer look at the grid, and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Well done, everybody. Wow. Having the desk on this side of the room works so much better. I'm not crammed in a little tiny weird corner. Even though I'm still in a corner, it doesn't feel like that. This is nice. So thank you so much, everyone, for all of your love, all of the good things. Oh, you're grateful your son has arrived at his road trip destination safely and intact. I love it. I love it. So many good things. Okay, so I'm going to start sending that healing. Enjoy your session, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. It's an honor and a privilege as always. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. And as a reminder, next stream is Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. And through the holidays, all of the streams will be on. None of them are canceled or rescheduled, but I may add a few. Oh, Vincent, it's so good to see you. Alana, good to see you too. You too, Catherine. Have a great week. You're so welcome, Natalie. It's wonderful to see you. Jenny, I hope you're doing well. I'm so glad it was helpful. Ah, big yawn. Oh, you're so welcome, Joanna. I hope you all have a beautiful night too. Wonderful to see you. Thank you, Amelia. Appreciate you being here. We're here 5 times a week. You're always welcome here. Cora Carr, lots of love. You've been in my thoughts. Hope you're doing well. Vincent and Cora Carr, my apartment continues to evolve. You two definitely need to come by and see how much it's changed. Oh, Elle, it's good to see you. Oh, and thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Lila Ray, lots of love to you and to your son. Or sons. I'm not sure if you have one or more than one, but lots of love. I hear a very mild kitty snore from the next room. Must be Gertie. And definitely remember, if you need just already done for you gifts for folks, next week is the last week for shipping for domestic US to get it in time for the holiday. All the crystals come in their own protective bag with a card full of all the definitions and everything you want to know about it. So go ahead and take a look. Again, the coupon code at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. The coupon code is ShopSmall2023. It'll save you 20%. You're welcome, Goddess of Four. I hope you're doing well. Lots of love to you and your family. And Key and Patty, lots of love to you both. Oh, I hope so too, Patty. May it be the best week of all time. So with that, I think I'm going to get ready to wind things down to a close. So much gratitude for all of you. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Those of you in the US and Canada, I know there's well, for the US, it's mostly a storm that's still coming through. I hope that you made it through this weekend okay. I know we're getting tons of rain here, but Philly is getting like tail end of a crazy storm, so we're very lucky. But lots of love to any of you that were in a little bit more precarious places this past week in regards to weather. Absolutely. Absolutely, Patty. All right, everyone. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you so much for being here with me again today. I hope to see you again soon. Take care, and bye for now.